Good afternoon, Bob from Trade Genius, the 28th of September, and I'm just going to blast through charts. If you're interested in any cryptocurrency update, Phil did a video this morning. I think it's very illuminating. Probably short-term little consolidation, and then we're looking like we're going to get another move higher. And so it's really good, very good interview he did, and review of the three big cryptos. So check it out. In the ETF and the stock world, so today was kind of a flat, a little bit down. If I follow NASDAQ, it was red until the end, and just that typical last 15-minute move. So pretty normal, a little bit more positive than I expected, but the big news is going to be gold, silver, and the miners. We're going into what they call the Golden Week with China, and the last 3 or 4 years, big moves in the metals and the miners, and I'm surprised more people didn't jump on it ahead of the move. But we're in, and we're positioned, and it was gratifying to see it starting to turn. And we had a couple that really started to move. So I'll talk about those in a second. So here's Apple. It got blocked at the VWAP. And like I said, this does not look like a really positive chart to me. And if it rolls over here, we're going down into at least to here, down to here. So Google, this was what they used to jam today to help the NASDAQ. Didn't help it, but that was their jamathon for the day. Microsoft was flat. Facebook's up against the 20. It didn't really do anything much today. Amazon, if it gets to the 20, if it rolls back over, it's going to make a new low. SPY, like I said, they're just grinding it every single day. Nvidia, I think Nvidia is going to roll over, so keep an eye on it. If it breaks the low of what day is that? It's not showing up on my thing here. So, well, today's Thursday, so it's Monday. If it breaks Monday's low, then look for it to come down to VWAP. Same with Netflix. Tesla might be a little doji here, but it's not looking so hot to me. A lot of headwinds for this company now. Now they have two companies that aren't going to do well. The Q's flat. GLD bouncing above VWAP. I'm looking for it to move higher. I'll talk about IAU because that's what I'm in. IWM. We bought TWM today. I think this move is going to be over. This is a hellacious move for a economy that's in 1% GDP. So I think this was a sector rotation. Tomorrow's last day of the quarter, and I bet we start seeing some selling into that. XLF, we're in FAS puts. It's struggling now too. Potash, maybe we'll get a little bit of a sell down here and a chance to look to buy it. First chance will be around the 20, and then we'll see what the stochastics look like then. Okay, I think you could buy FNV tomorrow. XLE, we recommended drip today. I think this moves over too. Twitter, you could short this thing below Tuesday's low. GG, higher low. I think this is ready. You can buy it too. You can buy AEM. We're in IAU. My target's the high at the beginning of the month, and we bought it at 1250. We're in Wheaton, 1910. This is a double, has silver and interest rate implications. So I'm looking for it to at least hit that 20. I'll take a little off probably then, and then look at the VWAP for it. But it's the 10-year also came down today too. 7-year auction was well bid. GDX, we're in dust puts. Nice to see that bounce on the VWAP. Okay, so now watch MOS as well as POT. Silver supported the VWAP. This is telling me that interest rates are rolling down. Nice move in the uranium today. Didn't really take a trade on it though. We're in IAG. This is my biggest mover percentage-wise today. It's jumping the gun. I said yesterday it was a doji, looking for this to come down. Follow through on the Silica Holdings. That's what I'm saying. I think XLE, DRIP, those trades are going to be good. And I think oil probably top two. A little sell-off on it today. Okay, if you like low cap, small miners, New Gold would be where you probably want to play. So this is where all the small caps from the biotech are moving. It's going into its weak season now too, so it's interesting to see it's being pushed up. I guess they're probably relieved that there's no healthcare law and they can just gouge us. There's Nugget, BXX, no change, grinding down. I mean, we're at record lows again. It's amazing. FAS. AG, we're in AG, and surprised that was down a little bit, but when the miner community starts to move, this will move right along with it. XIV, amazing. Here's the dollar. I suspect we're going to see more dollar weakness for the next 5 days because of China. It's a big move in oil, so I'm looking for it to come down to at least here, and then we'll take a look at it again. I think TNA is probably ready to roll over. In DBA, just pretty flat. Topping, flat. UNG, doing some day trading and some natural gas today, but not much going on with it. Contract rolled over. I'm expecting some strength, maybe up to the VWAP on it, but not enough to call out a stock trade for it. Here's oil. We talked about that. Dust. We talked about that. So I expect to see FXY to come up to here, which should support the metals, the miners, and not support the market. JJG's grinding higher. We're going into La Nina, and per the ag experts, is that supports grain prices. And this La Nina is coming on fast and strong. And if we get a really strong La Nina, we can get to a 2011 event, and you could do some homework on what happened then. Could someone say Arab Spring? Looking for some interesting things. Steel was flat. Okay, we recommended a buy on copper. It looks like it's going to take a move higher too, so I'm looking for it to move up. I have modest expectations. If it gets to 35, we'll take profit. Okay, still waiting to get into Joe. Looks like it may have formed a bottom candle here. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Flat on gasoline. Corn was down more. It's drifting higher. Like I said, I have December corn. I expect to be nicely profitable with it. Lithium was flat. Flat. SRS, we'll see what it does on the 20, but still, I'm not messing around with real estate until we actually start getting closer to recession, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy some puts on some triples, long real estate, and sit back and enjoy our profits. I think you can buy SALJ here. Drip, we recommended a purchase here. I think sugar's ready to turn. I'll look at it tomorrow. Wheat's looking good. Soybeans, of all the three grains during a La Nina year, soybean does the worst. But so I just have it because I watch it. I don't really trade it. I don't think I've ever traded it. Cool. Semis are down yet. And this is interesting here. I think this hit the top of the range. I'm looking for it to come back down to here. And like I said, there's nothing supporting higher rates. I mean, these people are idiots if they think the economy is going to be able to support higher rates. They keep painting this picture. I don't know if they just sit around the room and just see how much they can lie to people. But if they want to cause a depression, just go ahead and keep pushing up those rates. VVIX was kind of flattish. They pushed the VIX down again. And that's just an amazing story in itself. I guess in 5 years we'll look back and say what were people thinking. But when you're living in the middle of this thing, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But I'm not touching it. And back to Apple. So here's where we have it. Tomorrow, unless something really wild happens, I'm expecting the market to be flat to uppish. And I think if there's any weakness in oil for the future, buy it. And that's probably pretty much it. I think if there's any weakness tomorrow, it'll follow through on Monday because of the what's going on with China, and I think it's the Jewish holiday. I don't know if it's tonight or if it's tomorrow night, but that should cause some dislocations too. And then next week, I expect the first week of October to be a little bit on the weaker side. Anyway, Bob for Trade Genius. Have a good one, and catch you guys over the weekend. So I don't do a report on Friday. So anyway, have a good Friday. Bye-bye.